Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your June 2015 forecast for the month. I am very excited about this month and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't done so, please do. I'd appreciate the support, and thank you for liking and sharing these posts as well. Well, we're starting the month, a spectacular month full of some beautiful, harmonious energy in astrology. We'll start it off with the full moon on the 2nd of June at 11 degrees Sagittarius. So this is in your 4th house of home, environment, foundation, the house of the mother figure, the maternal energy. The full moon brings an awareness to the sector that it grows into its fullest. So you might find that maybe you're becoming aware about something regarding your mother, or there's something illuminated in the home that needs to be seen and dealt with on the 2nd. The full moon will bring a closure and tying things up into a nice little bow. That's a good way to start the month. Now on the 5th, this is the kind of thing that I'm loving. This is regarding Venus's transit into Leo on June 5th. Normally Venus stays about 28 days in a sign, 28 to 36 days. She's actually going to remain in Leo until October 8th. And when she gets into Leo, she'll be conjunct Jupiter, who's been stationed there since July 17th of last year, of 2014. And Jupiter, luck and abundance and expansion, meeting up with Venus, love, money, prosperity. That's a magical aspect. Venus will retrograde when she's in there on July 25th through September 9th, but she'll be in Leo and goes direct at 14 degrees of Leo. This is affecting your 12th house. Jupiter's about to enter Virgo August 11th of this year. So that's what you're really waiting for. But right now, this 12th house, this quiet sector, inner guidance, intuition, psychic ability, rest. 12th house is the house of rest. So you'll be getting a lot of it. You might actually grow more tired than usual because of the expansion of Jupiter in the 12th house. He could be making you want to take those cat naps a lot more often. Helicopter time. But the 12th house is also for those of you with innate musical abilities, a talent or an ability, to play instruments. This is a great aspect for luck, loving what you're doing, creating, and spirituality, finding a spiritual connection with this talent or this innate skill. On the 11th, Mercury, your ruling planet, is still retrograde at the top of the month, but at the 11th, he'll go direct at 4 degrees of Gemini, and he'll have to go through Gemini all over again, like I mentioned last month, through July 8th. And this has been in your 10th house of career and social status and title or name change even. But the 10th house is also promotion, and it's the highest point on the astrological wheel. So with him direct now, he can replenish some of the energy that he's lacked in the retrograde since mid-May, May 18th. Communications, writing, analytical skills, the speech, all on point now in the career sector. Or news of retirement, early retirement could come in around that time as well. On the 14th, Saturn is actually going to retrograde. Now, this is interesting because Saturn is stationed in Sagittarius at 1 degree right now as I record these at the end of May, and he's retrograding 2 degrees back into Scorpio at the 28 degree mark. This is why it's so important for you to watch your ascendant sign, because wherever you hold that 28 degrees of Scorpio is where the lesson is going to be learned through this experience. Saturn is lessons learned and control and restriction. He really wants us being our best self, and he won't make it back into this sector for another 27 to 30 years. So he's popping in on the 14th, retrograding into Scorpio. This is the 3rd house of communications for you. But watch your ascendant sign. I'll describe it like this. I've been saying this in a few of the videos. If you think of a clock on the wall, the 9 o'clock hand, that line, is the line on the astrological natal chart wheel that determines your ascendant. And following suit from that 9 o'clock spot, that line is your ascendant, that chunk. There are 12 chunks. Those are your houses. And they go from the ascendant's the first, then the second, third, fourth is the lowest, all the way up to the 10th, the highest, and then the 11th and 12th meeting again then at the 9 o'clock mark at the first house. So even though you're watching this sun sign video as perhaps a Virgo sun, your 28 degrees of Scorpio might not necessarily be in this third house of communications. This is your solar scopes, but watch your ascendant sign. It's very important. So this retrograde of Saturn, lessons learned in the communication sector, also siblings, third house of siblings, neighborhood, local, very close travel. There's a review here, and there's something to be learned about the technique or the style that Virgo is communicating or understanding in the third house. Also, this is the vehicle as well. I don't really see a lot of lessons learned with vehicles unless you're buying a lot of lemons and having to return them as of late. But, you know, Saturn left Scorpio in December of 2014, and he was there for 2.5 years. But for him to sneak back in there again, he's covering something. He's going back in to make sure we really understand either what not to do or what is important to do in that sector. I'm feeling it's regarding the speech, but check your natal charts. Also, you could book a reading with me if you want to get down to it. You could see where your 28 degrees of Scorpio is and how that would apply to you. On the 16th of June, this is our new moon in Gemini at 25 degrees. I love this time of year. It's my favorite month of the year. And it's just, this astrological month is very positive. This 10th house now, the new moon in Gemini, is going to meet up with Mercury that went direct in this 10th house. So the new moon in the career sector, what do you want to achieve? Promotion, new job, new line, new path, new alignment. Also, newly retired. Set your intentions here on the 16th. If you're looking to change up what you do for a living, this is a great time to initiate that and write your intentions out and create your own destiny. You're manifesting your own life. On June 21st, that is my birthday. I'm super excited about this. I want you to circle this day on your calendar, not just because that's the day I was born, but it is the most magical day we're having in June because, well, it's a summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, so happy summer, and the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. But there is an exact fire trine between Jupiter, who's stationed in Leo, and Uranus, stationed in Aries. At an exact 20 degrees, they will be trining, and this will affect your 8th and your 12th house, these more spiritual houses. For you, Virgo, this fire trine energy is hitting your quiet houses and the 4th, 8th, and 12th. But the 8th house could be shared resources, and it's also property. And Jupiter is expansion. You could be adding on to the home. You could be buying bigger home or property itself. But Uranus is also sudden and shocking, and it's electric energy. And Uranus is a rebel. He is the rebellion planet. And this trine allows both Jupiter and Uranus to use their most beneficial elements to their most harmonious way. So I wrote magic next to this because there is something very sudden but expansive and abundant coming through on June 21st. Jupiter, luck and abundance, but more importantly, optimism and faith and the belief that you can achieve something in the 8th house of property or intimacy. Your intimacy in your relationship. Or if you're not in a relationship, maybe the desire to become in one, the luck to receive intimacy or even sex, because the 8th house is sex. The 8th house is a deep house. It's rebirth, transformation. It's the house of death and change. But this is such magical energy. This will be beneficial somehow. It could be a will or an inheritance, an expansive, sudden energy in that respect. It's really hard to determine. I'm reading these for thousands, if not millions of people. So, you know, in order to get your exact forecast, you should really book a reading, but this can apply in various ways. Okay, so on the 24th of June, Mars will enter Cancer. He'll leave Gemini, where he's been conjunct with Mercury, and enter Cancer in your 11th house of goals, friendships, hopes, wishes, social clubs, connections with people in groups that are local. This is great because Mars is stimulation. And Mars wants you to take action in this area, in the 11th house. So what are your goals, Virgo? What do you need to accomplish in the groups that you belong in? You'll be probably the captain or the leader of all of these groups because Mars is the leader. Mars is very assertive, even aggressive if need be. So watch your tone maybe in your friendships or, you know, in board meetings or whatever social clubs you belong to. Watch the aggression a little bit, but if anything, it's really just making you very active and you're connecting with a lot of people, large groups of people from the 24th of June for about 60 days. I want to get into the cards because I'm shuffling, and if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyallison.com. I read all through the week, so you can reach me there. You can select your length of time and purchase your order, and I will get right back to you. Okay, Virgo. What is the message in the tarot? Ooh, temperance, patience, balance, beauty, timing, everything in moderation. Also respect, and it's the sign of Sagittarius in the tarot. The Seven of Cups. This is the 12th house that's lit up for you. It's tools, guidance, psychic ability, inner reflection. Having all the tools that necessary that you need. The Lady of Coins. All right, Virgo, what's up? This is you. Earth sign, female. Could be Virgo, Taurus energy. But the Lady of Coins is picking from her garden. She's taking care of the health. She's protecting her health and her wealth, her well-being. Nurturing the self through nature is important with that card as well. Knight of Swords. Watch the tone with Mars, but cutting off negative habits, releasing negative behavioral patterns, and what no longer benefits the self. You know, cutting the head off the dragon, like Game of Thrones style. This is a mental card. You know, the swords rule the mind, so it's the thought process. It's not literally cutting up a dragon, obviously, but what do you hold in your mind? What are you attached to that you can release at this time? That's something very positive. This card also popped out as well at the end, Lady of Cups. You have both the ladies of earth and water. This is intuitive as well. But do you see how she's so still? She's standing on a very rocky ocean. The ocean is forever moving, okay? There's never a still ocean. So it's fluid, but she's still. So there is yoga, meditation, metaphysical healing realms that can balance the self, and balance, temperance. Absolutely. These two apply together. Stay grounded, but stay focused, but learn moderation, not too much, not too little. Nurturing the self through nature. And your own intuitive guidance is very powerful right now. Your 12th house has Jupiter in it, Virgo, so it's absolutely expanding. You're really getting to know yourself, whether you like it or not. Thank you for joining me. My name is Audrey Allison. Have a sweet June, and I will see you soon. Bye.